Good morning and welcome to Yoga with Jan. I am Jan, and here I have next to me, as some of you already know, is Cody. Cody's already getting into his Sravasana position on the side. This is what he likes to do if he's not protecting the house and barking at all the animals, right? Say good morning. Say good morning, Cody. Say good morning. Alright, so let's get started. Allow yourself to get into a nice comfortable position. Today I'm feeling a little tight in my hips. I am going to take a blanket and I'm going to roll it up and give myself just a little extra support and sit on this elevated blanket. Cross my legs, and as I do so, I'm noticing that my spine can give its natural curve in sitting down, which is great. And try and stay as tall as possible. And today, as you know or may know, we try and incorporate I am statements within the practice, because the more positive thinking that we have, it changes our brain, which is great, right? Who knew that the brain is able to change? We've got this plasticity, and the more we say and do and believe, the more our mind frame changes. And when our mind frame changes, we're a lot happier. So today I am proud of myself for all the big and little victories. So I'm going to lower my eyes, close my eyes, whatever you're comfortable doing. Forefinger and thumb are touching in a mudra, and we're keeping our hands open on our knees, sitting up nice and tall. I am proud of myself for all my big and little victories. Taking a nice deep breath in and sighing out. Breathing in and out. Now we're going to continue breathing with our nostrils in and out. Just notice how you're feeling at this moment in time. Allowing your body to settle into the mat. And thanking yourself for doing it. You're here. The biggest part of showing up is just being here. And once you're here, you do what your body tells you to do in its own comfort. Putting our hands together in prayer position. Thumbs touching the heart center. Bowing your head. Thanking yourself for showing up. I am proud of myself for all my big and little victories. So let's get started. We're going to remove, if you are sitting on a block or a blanket, you want to just remove that. And we're gently going to go down to the mat. And I am going to go this way so that you can see me better. And this is just starting. If anybody suffers from lower back tightness, this is a great practice. Okay, so when you slowly lower ourselves onto the mat and just have our knees bent, and notice how you're feeling. Notice if your lower back is going into the ground or if it's arching up. And if it's arching up, try and just place it down consciously, putting your tilting your pelvis up. And so you're actually like a seesaw going up and down, up and down. It's ever so slight movement, but yet, so now I'm pushing my pelvis down, so it's tilting this way down, and then I'm breathing in, and I'm breathing out as I tilt my pelvis up. And it's this very small, rocky movement on the lower edge of the spine that allows us to release any tension in that lower back. Now slowly, I am going to invite you to squeeze your butt. Just squeeze it. Now you can feel your glutes activated. And as you are tightening up your glutes, tilt your pelvic up. How does that feel? Do you notice that your lower abs all of a sudden are engaged? That's great. As they're engaged, but most important is your glutes are being activated. And then slowly release. Breathing in, tightening your glutes. Abdominals will also automatically engage. Hold, 2, 3, and release, 2, 3. Again, tightening up your glutes. Your stomach will automatically engage. Tilting your pelvis, 1, 2, 3, and slowly release, 2, 3. We're going to continue doing that. Tightening glutes, tilting pelvis, breathe in, and release. Very, very slowly. Again, tighten glutes, breathe in, and release. 2 more on your own. Now just take a moment and notice if there's a difference in your lower back. Taking a breath in and out. In and out. Okay. Now we're going to slowly roll to our right side and use our left hand to push ourselves up slowly. And this time, we're going to go onto our hands and knees. And once again, if you have knee issues or wrists, be gentle with yourself. If you want extra padding, use your blanket. So we're going to go into a tabletop position. And in this tabletop position, our hands, our shoulders are right on top of our hands, so they're aligned. And our hips are aligned with our knees. And our back is straight, which just gives us that tabletop. Okay? And from here, we're simply going to do some cat and cow stretches, which is wonderful for the lower back, upper back, middle back, but we're doing it really slowly. So slowly lower your head down, and as you lower your head down, your upper back will be pulled up, putting your chin towards your chest, almost as if you have a string in your upper back that's pulling you up like a puppet. And breathe, and then release, breathing out through your nose, allowing your pelvis to tip up, and look up, gaze up, and then back down. Breathing out. Chin to chest, and then release. Looking up, arching your back. Breathing in and breathing out as our chin goes to our chest. Breathing in, arching our back, and breathing out as we lower. Breathing in, arching our back, looking up, getting a nice stretch in our neck, and breathing out, slowly curling the tailbone and allowing our head to drop, chin to chest. And when you're done with that last round, let's meet in a neutral position. Okay, so now from here, we're going to see how we're feeling. We're going to take our right leg and just stretch it out. See that? Stretch it out this way so you can see better. So we're taking our right leg and we're just stretching it out. And when you stretch it out, go to the toes, the balls of your toe, and just up and down and see how that feels. So now it's almost like a stretch in our calves, in our thighs, allowing the toes to go back and forth on the ball of our foot. It's really waking up our leg, similarly to when we do the dog, down dog. Okay, now let's switch legs. Bring your right leg back in, left leg stretching out, and just gently rolling back and forth on your toes or on the balls of your foot, giving that calf a nice waking up stretch. Okay. Now from here, we're going to do this similar, taking our right hand out, just stretching it out, and waving, wiggling our fingers, waking up, feeling our wrists, maybe circles with our wrists one way or another way, and see if you're having any stress. And then take your arm and stretch as if you're trying to, your fingers are trying to get away from you. They're pointing out, 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 pull, 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 and then release. Same thing with the left hand, taking it out straight, wiggling the fingers, turning your wrist one way and the other, stretching your arm. Your hand is trying to reach the other side of the room, and then release. Now we're going to take our right leg and we're going to lift it up parallel to the floor, and we're trying to keep our hips. The tendency will be for your hip to go out, and keep your hip parallel with the other side and your leg as, if you can, parallel to the floor. Hold and release. If at any time you feel, oh, this is too much, just let your position out. This is at your level, wherever you are, whatever's comfortable for your body. Switching to the other side, take the leg out. Again, try and keeping our hips level to the ground. And the leg parallel to the ground, to the mat. And when you're having your leg extended, as much as you can, pulling your toes to the back of the room, and you can feel that whole leg giving a nice stretch. And release. Okay. Now we're going to take our toes together and open up our knees mat width apart, and we're going to slowly bring our butt to our legs and stretch out our arms. Now, if this is uncomfortable, always take a blanket and give yourself some extra support, whether it be under your knees or under your arms, whatever feels good for you. Stretch and then release your head. So now your toes are touching, your knees are spread apart, your back is getting a nice stretch. You can feel the body lowering and releasing. And just breathe and notice how you're feeling. We're slowly going to come out of that pose. If you have a blanket, you can release it. Sitting on our mat. Legs straight out. We're going to lift our arms up. Maybe put our fingers together, interlace our fingers, and just give a nice stretch. And notice how you feel your side body, upper body, arms, shoulders away from your ears. And now release and hinge forward. Wherever that forward is, drop your arms wherever it's comfortable for you. If you can grab your toes, the sides of your feet, your ankles, your calves, whatever is good for you, and you feel that nice, soft stretch, please do so. And then just release into and breathe. Bow your head, drop your head, allow it just to feel gravity taking place. Slowly come up. We're going to do the same with our legs open this time. So Cody's sitting here. Cody's sitting here. He's such a good boy. We're going to open our legs nice and wide. Again, you may want to take the flesh from your butt, pull it back so you can get a nicer stretch up. Bring your arms up and release. And when you release, try and keep your back as straight as possible. Now, maybe that you're up here, or you be more flexible and go down, wherever is comfortable for you. And as you're doing this breathing, just breathe. Each time you breathe, try and imagine your middle back stretching up and down. And then stretch your arms up and down. Next, we're going to do some leg raises. Lower yourself to your mat. Going to bend our left knee, left leg, so the knee is bent. And then we're going to take our right leg and we're going to point our toes, the toes towards us, and gently lift up the leg, breathing in, hold, and breathing out. Breathing in, and breathing out. Up and down. Up and down. Up and down. Take your left leg and put it down to meet your right. And just notice, closing your eyes or lowering your eyes, how does one side feel to the other? Making that connection. This is your body. What is it telling you of how you're feeling at this moment in time? Just switch sides, bending your right leg, pointing your left toes up, lifting your leg up as you breathe in and breathe out, lowering. Breathe in, up, and breathe out, lowering. Breathe in, up, and up, and up. And you can go as slow as comfortable for you or as fast as comfortable for you. Whatever it is, your body, you are in control. And then extending the right leg out, taking a moment just to notice how you can maybe wiggle your legs, notice how you're feeling. Next, we're going to bring our heels together, bending our legs, putting our heels and toes together, and then opening up our knees to the side. Now this may cause a lot of stress in your groin area, and if it's too much for you, please put some towels or blocks here to support your legs. As you get more comfortable in this pose, you will notice that you can bring your legs closer and closer to your buttocks, and then slowly release. Hands, palms facing up, and just slowly breathe. And notice if your lower back is arching, you can try and consciously push it into the ground. And from here, we'll take our hands, put them into prayer position, and place them on top of our belly button. Our hands pointing up. These very small stretches that we do, these asanas, are allowing blood to flow in areas that maybe normally, without these kind of positions, would not get as much attention. So this is why we take care of ourselves. We are important. I am strong. I am present. My successes matter. I celebrate both big and little successes in my life. So from here, we're going to close our legs, and we're going to go into a bridge pose. I'm going to turn this way, see if it might help. So from here, same position that we were in, where legs are bent, hands are by our sides. We're going to bring our heels, what is comfortable, as comfortable close to our bodies as possible. And then we are slowly, again, everything is slow in this practice. We're tilting our pelvic up again and slowly peeling our back as whatever is comfortable. So we're going to start with pulling in our lower abs, and then as we pull in our lower abs, our pelvic tilts automatically up, and then we go to our mid back, and then our upper back, and then our hips are pulled up as high as possible, our butt is getting squeezed in, and then we're slowly releasing one vertebrae at a time. This is the key, right? So this is our spine, and we are releasing the spine very slowly as we go up and as we go down, so that you're really feeling each and every vertebrae go up and down, and it allows your back to release. So let's do 10 of those, your pace. Curling up, remember to squeeze in your butt. First to squeeze in abs, that makes your pelvic go tilt. Squeeze in your butt, continue all the way up. Breathe, and then slowly release. That's 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. And 10. Now the last one, we're going to go up and we're going to just hold it. Going up And I'm going to count 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And slowly release. From here, bring your knees to your chest. Notice how it feels. Rock side to side. And just breathe. You can bring your chin up to your knees if you like. Try and meet them. Take a nice breath and then release. Now, if you feel comfortable from here, you can take your hands and place them behind your thighs and slowly start rocking up and back, up and back. Remember to keep your head tucked in. If you go fast enough, you'll be able to eventually put your legs behind you into Halasana. But wherever you are, enjoy it, because this is a great, great massage for your back, your spine. I love this one. Okay, and slowly release. We're going to pause for a moment, keeping our legs crossed. Lowering our eyes, fingers touching, palms facing up, and just breathe and notice how you're feeling. In and out from your nose. From here, we are going to keep our right leg folded and take our left leg and place it on the other side of our right knee as much as is comfortable. Try to keep our hips down. If your hip is going up, place something underneath here so that you have the extra support. So our left leg is crossed over our right knee. Now we are going to take our right hand and lift it up. And we're going to place it almost like a hinge. Our right hand is going to be touching our left leg. And our left hand is going to the middle of our back. And we're just twisting whatever is comfortable, sitting up nice and tall, and twisting to look over the left shoulder. Now, it's not the idea of just looking over the shoulder. It's following your gaze is following where your body is twisting. So if my body is here, this is where my gaze is. If my body's here, this is where my gaze is. And so it's just gently deciding where is my twist, and I'm following that. Don't forget to breathe. This is giving our internal organs a very nice massage inside. And then release. Taking our left leg, putting it down, taking our right leg over the knee of the left leg, sitting up nice and tall. Taking our left hand over our right knee, and then our right hand to the middle of the back, sitting up tall and releasing to wherever that your twist takes you. And that's where your head will be, in that direction. Remember to breathe. And release. Here we're going to take our legs together. Heels touching, toes touching. Bring them as close as comfortable for you. Sitting up nice and tall. again, sometimes you have to rock or you have to pull the flesh out from underneath you so that you're right on your sit bones, and it gives you a very nice posture. Then you take your hands and you clasp to your toes and you slowly bring them as close as you can to your body, sitting up as tall as possible, and then just slowly, might be getting a cramp here. Slowly start flapping your knees like a butterfly. And if you like, you can close your eyes or you can keep a low gaze, whatever you like to do. You are in control. I like to close my eyes because I imagine that particular area and I'm thinking, okay, how are my hip joints doing? Do they need to go? My flaps have to go faster to get more of a stretch or slower? How am I feeling? It's really just coming in tune with your body to know what works for you. I am proud of myself for all of my big and little victories. Slowly release and stand up. I'm going to come to the front of our mat. Legs can be touching or they can slightly apart. And we're going to do one round of a traditional classical sun salutation. And we start with our hands by our sides, taking our hands together, placing them on heart center, taking a nice deep breath, raising our arms up, and then opening our hands and looking up and giving a small back bend, and then going forward as straight as we can, and then releasing to our hands. Our head dangles, our fingers touch the mat. If we need to bend our knees, go ahead and bend your knees. Then take your right leg, extend it, drop your knee down, and look up. Taking a nice breath. Take your left leg and reach your right into a plank position, keeping your hips raised. Lower your knees down. Taking your chest, lowering it to in between your hands. Arch your back. Your butt will be sticking up a little, and then push through. Your shoulders go towards your back. Look up, point your toes, breathing in. And then curl your toes, go inverted V, which is a mountain pose, inverted V. And just hold this position for a moment and breathe. Taking your right leg, back into plank, taking your right leg and placing it in between your hands. Leg lowers, toes uncurl, look up. And you feel a stretch in the left thigh, pushing forward. And then take your left leg to meet your right. Bend forward, breathing in. Back to flat back. Hands up. Hands together and into prayer position. Now we'll do the same for the left side. Breathing out, hands up. Arch your back, fold forward, and down. Taking your left leg back to the mat, release your toes, look up. Take your right leg to join your left in plank position. Drop your knees, chest down between your hands. Arch your back, push forward, shoulders go to your back, toes pointing, look up, tuck your toes into an inverted V. Take a nice breath. Back into plank. Taking your left leg to between hands, right knee drops, uncurl your toes, look up. Nice breath in. Take your right leg to join your left. Stretch your arms forward. Meet your ears and come up. Give a nice stretch. Arch back. And then release. Open your legs to hip width apart. Hands by your side. This is mountain. And we're just going to close our eyes. Make any adjustments. And notice how you feel. Breathing in and breathing out. Okay, now we're slowly going to take our arms by our side, have your legs slightly bent, and with your arms, you're going to make a light twist at your body, and as you're swinging your arms back and forth, you can make a nice tap on the side of your body. Tap, tap, tap. And what are we doing? We're giving those internal organs a great massage. Wake up. It's morning. We're ready to go. You can go as fast or slow as you like. I like to start off slow and then try and get a little bit of vigor. And then I like to slow down a little. Because if you go too fast and stop, you're going to tumble. Just go slow it down. Again, hands forward, palms facing out. Lower your eyes and just notice how you're feeling. Okay, now we're going to take our hands. We're going to interlace our hands, lift them above our head, stretch up, feel the stretch throughout from your toes all the way through your body. It's a simple stretch and it's a magnificent stretch. Taking a nice deep breath in and then slowly leaning towards your right side. Notice how your left side is stretching. Getting some great blood flow. And then back to center. Take another deep breath. Up, look up, stretch, and release. One more breath. And this time we're going to our left, pulling our arms out and getting a great stretch on our right side. And release. And slowly lower our hands. From here, we're going to take our shoulders up to our ears and back. Rolling forward, up, and back. Forward, up, and back. Forward, up, and back. Reverse the direction. Back, up, and forward. Back, up, and forward. Back, up, and forward. And then just shake out your shoulders, see how you feel. Okay. Now we're going to keep our legs hip width apart. We're going to take our hands and interlock them, but behind our backs. Okay? Behind our backs. And we're just going to take a nice pull on our arms, allow our shoulders to go to our shoulder blade, and feel that stretch. And from here, we're going to bend forward, allowing our arms to come up, and then we're going to drop our head, whatever's comfortable, and allow our arms to go up. And then slowly release. release. And keep your body dangling down. If it's comfortable for you, you can touch your toes, or you can hold your opposite elbows. Allow your head just to dangle wherever you are. You may want to put blocks and just hold the blocks if you can't get right to the mat. Wherever you are, this is your practice. And you can sway gently from side to side and just notice after all of our poses how your body is feeling. Does it feel good to be in this inverted position? If not, come out of it. If it's good, hang out. And now we're slowly going to release our arms and one vertebrae at a time roll up. And remember, your head is the last to come up. So your head is tucked in, chin is tucked in, and you're slowly coming up to standing position. From here, we're going to go into our closing prayer. It's not really a prayer, but it is a sealing of our practice. And so we sit down, take a nice comfortable position, bring our hands to our heart center. Just take a few breaths and notice how you're feeling. Before we seal, we're going to do a Sarvasana, because that is where we bring in all of what our practice has been and allows our body to settle. So you're going to roll down to the mat, make yourself very comfortable, slowly going down. Arms are out, 45 degrees from the body. Head is tucked in a little. Just adjust. Maybe you want to bring your shoulder blades more onto your back. Lowering your eyes, breathing in and out from your nostril, and just notice what is happening with your body in all that you have done. Breathing in and out of your nose and staying as still as possible for the next minute or two. If you have time and you want to stay in this position longer, please do so. Otherwise, you can start wiggling your toes and your fingers. Slowly bring your feet together. Interlace your hands over your head and take a nice stretch, pointing your toes and stretching your hands. Take a nice stretch in and release. From here, turn to your right side and push off from your left hand, slowly coming up to seated position. Thank you for taking this time to join Yoga with Jan. I wish you clear and loving thoughts, clear and loving intentions, and clear and loving communication. Until next time, namaste. good yoga practice? Did you have a good yoga practice? I think you slept through the entire practice. Did you sleep through the entire practice? Yes, you did. I guess you were tired. I guess you were tired.